Hello there, Michaelers. Pearl Jr. here. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing fine today. Well, I just finished watching Thriller 40. Of course, fabulous. Of course, it brought back all that excitement that I had when I was 19 years old and it came out in 1982. And I was just so in LOVE with Michael, right? Back then, my friend said, "It's not healthy. It's not healthy that you love him so much. It's unhealthy." I remember my friend, and she's still my friend to this day, but I remember her telling me that because I loved Michael. Michael was just, I just loved him as an artist, and he didn't live that far from me. And 7 miles, as a matter of fact. Havenhurst was 7 miles from my house. And I don't know, I went out there a couple of times and I just felt like I would know him some other way instead of being someone like a fan. I wanted to be more than a fan. Okay, so anyway, so I saw Thriller 40, my notes, but we got a couple of things to get to. Guess who I saw again today? Dante Jackson. Dante Jackson came back to the farmer's market today. I don't know if that's his girlfriend or his wife. I don't know, but I don't remember a wedding. But they came back and they bought another shea butter. Okay, she bought pink sugar, which is, I call it sweet candy. So Dante's girlfriend bought another shea butter. Oh my God, he said it's so great. He really likes it. He bought I'm So Sly. So Dante was there. We hugged, we talked. It's just so sweet. I just think the world of him. And also he wants to get Egyptian musk, but he said he's going to get use more of I'm So Sly. And he had to get her own because she kept getting in his shea butter. I'm telling you guys, the shea butter is fab. It is fabulous. It smells great. It's great for your skin. Stays all day shea. And that's the work and play, because everybody got skin. So that was Dante. So I got to see him again today and talk to him today again. All right. So, let's see. Thriller 40. I had to pull this out. Okay. Thriller. That's 40. Here's the cassette. And, oh, did I break this? No, it just comes off. Thriller 40. Here's Thriller 40. And this was the last one. Let me get that. Okay, so we get more light. So this is the CD. And this is the one with all the songs that could have, with the two cassettes. And it was representing, so it has the toy on it, Starlight. I lost my heart on the carousel. And that song almost made it on Thriller, but Human Nature beat it out. And so Usher was in it. Usher, I think he got the gist of Billie Jean. He must have been watching some of my videos because he said, "Billie Jean, you listen to the lyrics. What, he got some girl pregnant or something? He was denying it." You know, I don't know exactly verbatim what he said, but something like that. I was like, "Yep, Usher, yep. You must know about Brandon Howard. You must know. Because with Brandon Howard, everything fits. Every puzzle piece fits with Brandon Howard being Michael's son. And Billie Jean and Wanna Be Starting Something. Billie Jean is always talking when nobody else is talking, you know. So he's talking about Billie Jean in two songs, okay? Brandon was born right around that time, okay? Now, Michael was so ambitious that he was not going to mess up his bachelor image because Mickey got pregnant. That's why they made a conscious career choice not to tell anyone, okay, that Brandon Howard was Michael's son. But Michael is on his heart, is on his soul. He wrote a song about it, okay, and it ended up being his biggest song of his life. Billie Jean is his biggest song, Billie Jean. And Motown performance is the biggest live performance in the history of performances, okay? And it's just Michael on stage. Just Michael on a stage dancing and mesmerized everyone. I saw it live when it first came out. And that's when my friends told me, it ain't healthy. You love him so much, because I was all in for that. Okay. For Michael Jackson, favorite artist, favorite person and everything. I got some mind blowing coincidences to show you guys. So you stay tuned. Okay. What else was in it? Oh, they didn't get into Lady of My Life. They didn't talk about that one. And and Quincy wasn't in it. You know, he was in it in footage, of course, but there were talking heads. There was Mary J. Blige. I loved her. Everything she said that she did and what Michael was when she watched it was everything I was feeling, Mary. I was feeling the same thing, Mary. Okay. Who else was in it? Just other people were in it. You guys gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. But Michael was so ambitious. At that time, he wanted it to be the biggest record in the world, the best-selling album ever in the world. And then right before that, while he's making it, right between Off the Wall and Thriller, Mickey gets pregnant. Boom. Okay? And that's why Brandon is a secret child. And that's why we have that song. Because Michael was mad that his brothers got married and he thought it messed up their bachelor availability status and it hurt the fans. Okay, so Michael wasn't let his big, gigantic opportunity, right? Got $750,000 in the early 1980s to make an album. What? Michael's intent was every single song was going to be a hit. I remember catching the bus to Licorice Pizza, buying the Thriller album. And I remember coming home on my record player with the needle, where we had the needle, and bought the needle too, because I wasn't buying the record without making sure I had a good needle. Okay, putting it on there. And I just wanted to hear Billie Jean at the time, right? Every single song was so damn good that I had to listen to the whole album. I wanted to lift it up and just keep playing Billie Jean over and over and over. Every song made me listen to it. Every song made me go, damn, this is good. It was so, oh my God, Thriller. Okay, so in this Thriller, you guys, you want to hear it? No, this isn't the coincidence, but it's a coincidence. But I got a bigger coincidence that I don't think I ever talked to you guys about. Okay, so in the thank yous, Greg Fillinganes is in it. In the thank yous, let's see. That's the Thriller 40 credits. Where are the original Thriller credits? Because Cecil's dad is in there. Cecil Holmes. Let's see. He's in here. He's in here. Hold on. Special thanks. Special thanks. There it is. Cecil Holmes. Right there. Oh, hold on. Get a little more light. Okay, can you see that? You see Cecil Holmes? That's Cecil's dad. My finger over it. Can you see Cecil Holmes? Yeah, you can see it right there. Okay, his dad is in the credits of the Thriller album because his dad worked for CBS Records and he was the top ranking executive that was in charge of the record. So that's who Michael and Quincy reported to, was Cecil's dad. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Okay, so anyway, let's see. A couple of things. I'm glad they didn't dog out Joe. Thank you. Please. People act like all Joe did was whoop Michael and tell him he had a big nose. Okay, we got to stop that. Joe is the one that got up, rehearsed those boys after working hard day in the steel mill, rehearsed them, made them great, taught them how to be mannerable, polite, good citizens, taught them not to get in trouble. He was the one that drove them to rehearsals. He's the one that was their manager. He's the one that took them out of the ghetto. And Joe doesn't get enough credit for that. Oh, he whooped Michael and he told him his nose was big. Okay, stop. It was way more than that. Joe is responsible for Michael Jackson in every single solitary way possible. And he is no longer with us, and we have to respect the man, because I don't know any other father in the history of the world who had 9 children and made all their dreams come true. I'm sorry. Turned them all into millionaires at one point in their life. Sorry. Yes. Joe Jackson. Okay. he didn't know any other way. Okay. And the only way that it worked is the way it worked. Can't take something out. Like Michael said, you can't take a whooping away and think I'm still going to be Michael Jackson. Shoot, I learned some of my best lessons by getting my butt whipped. Okay. So, but I wish they would have got into Love in My Life. I really, really do wish they would have got into that. Let's see. Lundell McMillan. I made a mistake. I said Lundell McMillan might have been a part of MJ Vibe. MJ Vibe is somebody in London. Pez Jackson or something. MJVibe.com. It was Vibe magazine that Lundell McMillan was supposed to be the owner of. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see. It says, I know they got this guy, I wonder if that's still the situation over at the source. I know they got this guy, L. Lundell McMillan, who presents himself as their new owner, but I haven't done enough research into the situation to know whether or not he's actually just the black guy for a front of TIs. Given that fact, he was supposedly this high-powered entertainment lawyer. So I'm not sure, I don't know where I heard that, but I don't know if it's true or not. So just squash it. Okay. I wanted to clear that up. Let's see what else before I get into this other thing. All right. Alrighty. Okay, guys. So I highly recommend it. I went ahead and I purchased Paramount Plus and watched Thriller immediately right away so that Paramount Plus can know that I subscribed to their channel for Michael Jackson. Okay, so and it was only $4.96, guys. So if you don't have Showtime and you don't have Paramount Plus, just to show respect for Michael and give him the numbers he deserves. And Nelson George is his documentary. It's his documentary, but it was funded by the estate. Okay, commissioned by the estate of Michael Jackson. Go ahead and buy it. Okay. Promo code is Black Friday and you get it for $3.96, and then make sure that you watch Thriller 40. Okay. Let's see. Before I get into that, Macaulay Culkin, he got a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. Congratulations. And Paris was there because that's her godfather right there. There you go. See, there's Macaulay. And Paris, she's so tall. She's so tall. And she's looking good. I think she put on like maybe 5 pounds, which should be perfect. 5 pounds. Perfect. And she was there to help him celebrate that milestone. Let's see what else is going on. There's supposed to be a party tonight for Michael. Look, guys, look, there's supposed to be a party tonight. I can only show it for a second and I'll read it in a minute. Okay. Turn the camera around. Okay. This Facebook channel called This Was It Live, The Legacy of Michael Jackson, is at Four Seasons Hotel, Beverly Hills. I took the screenshot maybe 40 minutes ago. It says 230 corporate executives and staff tonight will enjoy this high-end venue, some incredible food, 2 sets of funk and Motown, and a whole lot of Michael Jackson hits. Four Seasons Hotel, Los Angeles at Beverly Hills. It's a private event. So something's going on there. They're probably going to see some of the outtakes of Jafar as Michael Jackson, because I know John Branca and Michael. I know, Michael. I know, honey. I know. You want that biopic to be the #1 biopic ever in the history of the world. I know. That's you. That's how you think. That's how you want it. And you find all kind of ways to make that happen. I don't know if this has anything to Michael, but I just saw it posted. So I thought I would just kind of share that with you guys. Okay. So this is a wild and crazy coincidence. Okay. Let's see. I don't think I want to get into this. I'll get into Brandon Howard and Peter Michael Bobby later, okay? When I can do more and have it just have more meat on it, okay? But I want to go here and I want you guys to see something. Let me find this. This is crazy. crazy, crazy. Peter, Michael, Bobby, and I used to always talk about how we had this kind of this telepathy, this kind of synchronicity, kind of vibing off of each other and just kind of woven through the fate of life, okay, that we had this thing, because I never planned to be at the Michael Jackson 2005 trial. Just a whole series of events happened and I got there. Okay, didn't plan it. It's just the way it turned out. And that's when Michael first got to see me. And then I got to be there for him in his darkest hour and produce the trial and triumph of the King of Pop. And that's the #1 most widely distributed documentary about Michael's innocence, because it was distributed right after a couple of weeks as I signed the distribution deal with the same address as the Michael Jackson Company. 7 weeks before the death announcement, okay? And it was distributed by Warner Brothers to 50 million homes, okay? I don't think I was ever paid right for that. I wasn't. Gosh, okay. But anyway, it did really well. And I'm glad I could be there for Michael. And here I am, almost 19 years later, still talking about Michael Jackson. I thought I was just going to go to the trial and I was going to cover it and then do my little True Talk shows and then be done and move on to being an activist again. I'm going to show you guys something. That's what I thought. I didn't know that I was going to be pulled in and here and all this time. I had no idea. I had no idea whatsoever. Okay. So, anyway, I want to show you guys something that's crazy. Okay, crazy coincidence. Okay, come on, show me. Oh, here it is. Okay, I made a graphic of it. This is wild. Okay, you guys know I had a life before Michael Jackson. I used to do a lot of radio. I was like an activist, an equality activist, talking about problems in the Black community, talking about social issues, talking about, just kind of an activist, kind of a Black Lives Matters type of thing, but no marching and no, none of that stuff, but just, treat Black people better. That type of thing. And we're messed up because, and we're hurt because, but we want to do better because, and how we can do better is this, I was just one of those. And then there came issues. So I did hundreds of interviews and then all of a sudden I'm at the 2005 trial and then everything just became Michael. Everything became Michael. And then so the activism kind of fell off and Michael Jackson took a front stage in my life. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys this is going to show you something. All right. So we're going to start with my book, The Climate of Perspective Unvisited. This is my book, The Climate of Perspective Unvisited. Notice it was published 11/1/1. Look at that. It was published really November 1st, 2001, right? That's wild. See how it's two people looking at each other? And this is kind of the European climate, and this is the Black climate. And I take us through kind of the 3 million years of human evolution, where we start off as Australopithecines, that's one, and then the humanids, and then the Homo sapiens, but before that, the Cro-Magnons and the Homo habilis. And I just take, the journey of the human species from Africa and how we populated the world and how the climate made such a impact and created the races. Why we have white skin and dark skin and curly hair and long hair and straight hair and bigger nostrils and, it's just and different shaped eyes. And I talk about how the climate and with natural selection pretty much created the races. So me being white, you being Black, and all this has nothing to do with who's better, who's worse. It just has to do with certain malfunctions of natural selection and the climate, pulling out certain attributes that you need to survive in a certain habitat, right? And then I talk about how certain habitats create either a kinder, nicer personality or a more aggressive, stingy, selfish type of mentality. And that's how, and I talk about the clashes of those mentalities and why would someone need to develop, like necessity is the mother of invention. Why did a certain group need to create certain weapons and other groups did not? So it's really, and it has a lot of spelling errors and stuff, but it's really a fascinating book, right? So I showed you the cover. Okay. So remember, that's 11-1, 1. This is before I got into Michael's world. I do write about Michael in the book only because Michael's always on my mind. So I do write about Michael Jackson in the book. But about him and Brooke Shields and how I was just glad he took Brooke Shields to, the Grammys. And I was glad that he liked girls. I was like, cool. Woo. Right. So I talk about that and I talk about Speed Racer, and people say, bro, why you say Michael Jackson doesn't look like Speed Racer? And why you want to compare him to a cartoon character? Michael compared himself to Peter Pan, and Peter Pan's a cartoon character. So stop hating, right? Okay. So anyway, so you saw that, right? Now look at the butterflies. Look at butterflies, the cover for butterflies that Michael did, right? Look at that. Look at that. Two faces with their profiles looking at each other. Look at that. Look at that. One has fatter lips than the other. Look at that. Look at that. Look. I didn't know, Michael. Isn't that amazing that we both, and this was published. Oh, I better turn the camera around. Wait, I ain't done yet, y'all. There's more to this. Okay. And that was released November 27, 2001. So my book comes out and I publish it on Amazon on the 1st of November 2001. And then by November 27th, 2001, the Butterflies cover comes out. We don't know each other. We're not on phone. How you gonna do your cover? How you gonna do yours? Nothing. It's just wild that those two things look so similar and our minds were meshing, but who knew what the future would bring, right? Check this out. Y'all ready for this one? OMG. There was a review on my book, The Climate, on Amazon. It's still there, by somebody by the name of Robert Anderson. Bobby Anderson. How is that possible? How is that possible? In 2003, is somebody wrote a review on my book. Okay. Now, I do not think it's the same Bobby Anderson, but they loved it. Look at Robert Anderson. Look at that. The eve of the death announcement. June 24, 2003, but June 24th out of 365 days, I'm going to do the eve of the death announcement. Oh my God. And he gave it a great review. I don't know Robert Anderson. I doubt, because the writing is really good. He had, him and Michael got bad spelling, right? Bad spelling, right? And the spelling's perfect, right? And the writing's perfect. How is that possible? It's just the synchronization of things, right? It's just wild. It's just wild, right? So anyway, so I'm going to show you guys the whole thing right here. Isn't that crazy? That is so crazy. Wild. Okay, wild. But anyway, I want you guys to please watch Thriller 40. It's excellent. Make sure your friends watch Thriller 40. It's excellent. It'll bring back the excitement. It will bring back the joy. It will let you know how motivated and ambitious Michael was, how hardworking he was. It will tell you and how ambitious he still is to this day. Okay. I'm working on something else that I really can't talk to you guys about. I'm going to think about how to phrase it. A fan did something. Her name is Stacia. She did something and I told her I was going to talk about it, and I'll talk about it on the next one when I can really get more into what she did and what her outcome was and what she reported to me. But I'll do that in next one. Okay, Stacia, I haven't forgot you. I haven't forgotten. It's just that I'm not ready for that just yet. Okay, I want everybody to watch Thriller 40 to support Michael Jackson. And hi, Michael. Hi. Hey, baby. Hey. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys later, okay? And remember, the order stays all day. Shay, last to work and play. And I'll give you guys stickers. I just can't stop loving you. Oh my God. He sung that a cappella to me on the phone once when I was on my way to the Polo Lounge. And he told me I was going to see Latoya Jackson and Brenda Ritchie and Jeffrey. And he said Kathy Hilton, but she wasn't there yet. I think maybe she might have got there later. And then he sung to me, I Just Can't Stop Loving You. It was so sweet. But that's the bad album. Okay. So anyway, Thriller 40, Thriller 40. Keep promoting, keep promoting, keep promoting. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.